Heyo, and we're moving on. Next trial. We the Revolution. Oh. Jacques Louis David. David. May I remind you that you promised to join me? I have a feeling that tonight's moon favors gamblers, though it does not favor spouses. God should grace us with wives who understand the importance of an evening game of dice. They should also know that the right amount of wine guarantees a lucky roll. I should go home. Bringing a judge to the game has benefits. Other players will surely not cheat. That is not a strong argument. My name is Jacques Louis David. I am but a humble painter, not a silver-tongued judge. You are a sly politician, Jacques. As a politician, I understand the importance of keeping promises, and you, my friend, are trying to get out of yours. Gotta keep a promise. All right, but only for a short while. And then no more making promises without me there to say yes. Got it? Drinking and gambling. Who's gonna win? Us? We win. Oh, she does not like that at all. Pair of aces. Oh. Now I feel bad. Bad. Don't make promises.
The moon favors gamblers.
Late evening, the judge's house. Oh great, she's gonna be mad at me. What? Silence. You can berate me, as you always do. Frederick sometimes imagines you as a deep-sea sailor. He dreams that you visit distant countries, have wonderful adventures, and one day you'll return and tell us all about them. But all I see is a man in a lifeboat, and one of your oars is broken. A furious storm churns up huge waves that are fated to devour you, and I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, holding a makeshift lamp. Your children have already forgotten about you. They are far, far away. Your father died of old age. Your drinking companions now play cards with new friends. But not you. No. I'm still standing on the shore, hoping that your boat does not sink. That vision is not so distant either. Your sons are still young, but the storm has already begun. If you don't turn around now... Good night. Before the storm creates the highest wave, you'll have to bow before it, alone. It will force you to become meek, and nobody will be there to see it. Well, that's not good. Relations with family. Your decisions in court can influence your relationships within the family. So, Bernard is a revolutionary. Oh. Family actions. Upon returning home, you can decide how you would like to spend the rest of your day. Gambling in the moonlight. Various actions. Each action will affect the other members of the family as well as their attitude towards you. Each character's attitude can provide you or deprive you of certain bonuses, e.g. reputation or relations with factions. Youngest son. Your youngest son is special. His attitude makes the other family members like you slightly more. Take good care of him. Locked action. After various important events, you may find yourself with an action forced upon you. On this day, you become the victim of your own decisions. I kept the promise. So... Father influences the people. Mathilda influences reputation. Bernard influences the revolutionaries, and Frederick influences everyone else. But I want to not. Fine. Check, I suppose. Oh! He went down. She went down. He went down. Father, did he go down? I didn't see. Day 2. Or, duh. Today, the people of Paris commemorate Jacques Guillaume Simoneau, mayor of Étampes. He was lynched by a furious mob for performing his duties to France. This march shall symbolize the unity of our society and the hope that the most violent stage of the revolution is past us. Let us make sure that no other loyal servant of France becomes a victim of such hatred ever again. King Louis the 16th. Check. Simoneau was a good, loyal officer. Those bastards lynched him for observing the law. Will you join me at the march? Yes. We ought to show that we oppose the self-appointed executioners and stand alongside of the victims. I wonder why the king has taken the trouble to show up. Louis the 16th marching arm in arm with the people of Paris. That is unexpected. King Louis! Continue, please. I am merely an observer. Do not change your habits for me. Louis Capet. I heard a thing or two about a young and ambitious judge of the tribunal. I was curious whether he is guided by justice or by, entertainment, as some would say. That's exactly what you would say if you're playing a video game, which I am. So we have the king in the audience. I'm assuming that's a person now? Others! No, but we know, Matthew Burrell, the aging commander of the National Guard. He has seen enough not to put trust in ordinary people, even if they are able to start a revolution. Georges Danton, an attorney himself, he knows the law as well as the tribunal's judges. This fact is considered by many to be the only thing keeping him alive in light of numerous accusations of corruption and treason against him. Even more important, however, is his ability to deliver fiery speeches that result in the dismissal of all potential charges. His rivalry with Robespierre has become the talk of the town, and their official relations are often referred to as harsh friendship. So I'm assuming more people. David Burrell. Who got murdered? Oh. New income, new cycle. Global modifiers. Your son's drawing. Monsieur Pochard et moi. Huh. Well, what happened with the thing? I don't... Who got murdered? I don't remember. Somebody just got killed. Case file. Let's see. Compiled by Nathan Desafrief. The defendant is charged with theft and burglary. The defendant is Olivier Mugler, a 65-year-old master locksmith who is famed among the Parisian burglars as an expert on unopenable locks. Last month, he was commissioned by the owners of a Parisian glassworks, Jean Rude, Louis Roux, and Ferdinand Salon, to construct locks for ornate chests with valuables, presumably as gifts for their wives. The craftsman praised his latest creation as thief-proof. Shortly following their completion, the industrialists' houses were hit by a series of burglaries committed by the recent newcomer to Paris, Hector Vian. The thief from Orleans was caught in the accident and shot by Ferdinand Salon. An expensive Turgot map of Paris with the houses of the recently robbed industrialists marked on it was found on the deceased. Surprisingly, Salon had given Mugler an identical map as advance payment. This deposit was in addition to an agreed remuneration for all employers. Further interesting information came from the owner of Ginger Margot Inn. She recalled that on the night preceding the burglary, the locksmith met there with a man she didn't recognize. Based on her description, we were able to identify him as the aforementioned Hector Vian. The man allegedly engaged in an evening of drinking sponsored by Mugler. Evidence: a map of Paris found on Hector Vian. So, this map was given as payment to Mugler. Let's unlock some questions, shall we? 8 questions? Alright. No, the evidence is that. The lock construction. No. Series of burglaries is the accusation. Master locksmith is your personality? Yes. The locks Construction was the course of events. Marks on the map were probably evidence. Drunken evening being extenuating nope. Course of events. Famous thief. Extenuating circumstances? No. Evidence. And you are the master locksmith. Why are... Okay. Hello, King. Why are we getting more? I literally looked at this a minute ago. Robbing the bourgeoisie is no crime. According to the case file... Oh, that was someone from Citizen. According to the case file, you are citizen Olivier Mugler. Is that correct? Indeed it is, Monsieur le Judge. May I have a request? I would like to sit down. I'm an old man, you see. Basic respect for the judiciary requires that you remain standing. Do the names Salon, Rude, and Rue mean anything to you? Why are you determined to harass an old man? They sound like the names of my debtors. Debtors? They are the victims of activities you conducted. You mean locksmithing? Oh, that's where the question is. Oh, boy. Did you give Hector Vienne the map? Did you give Hector Vienne the... Oh, wait. I gave nothing to Achilles, Hector, or any other Greek. Call in the witness, Citizen Jean Rude. Jean Rude, in the flesh. You will not speak unless called upon. Naturally, of course. What went missing during the burglary? My house was the first one to be robbed, and in my case it was mostly valuables. At Rue's house, he will not say it himself, and I do not want to go to prison. It was the letters he had exchanged over the years with King Louis. Damn monarchist, he says with the king there. Salon did not lose a thing. He shot that vermin in the act. That is what he said. What happened to the items he had stolen? That still remains unknown. According to Salon, Hector had nothing with him. Ferdinand suspects he had hidden the other valuables somewhere. He hid the other items before robbing the last house. Strange. Advance payment in the form of map, its disappearance, and the murder of a burglar, and a lack of payment for services. It all makes for one rather strange story. A suspicious one, too. I do not... What are you mumbling? If I say something, will I be free? He knows something. Please testify what you know immediately. The map was Salon's idea. He told the thief about the advance payment we gave to the locksmith, and he proposed that Hector steal it. And he did? Indeed, but then the bastard robbed us. Later we were forced by Salon not to pay the locksmith because he sent the thief after us. That's when it all went down the drain. He's the bourgeoisie for you. He fooled them in one fell swoop. It sounds like Citizen Salon had everything planned. However, there's no evidence to support the claim. Perhaps it is Citizen Rude that is plotting against his partner and wants to frame him. And Vienne is dead, so we will not be able to shed any light on this. If I was younger, I'd give that Salon a drubbing, that pig, that good-for-nothing lying bastard. Please restrain yourself. The testimony of a witness is still not evidence, neither of Citizen Salon's guilt nor of your innocence. It makes people want to acquit you more. Who has it? You're the best locksmith. I should deny it for modesty's sake, but... Jeez. Dog. Scared me. I should deny it for modesty's sake, but I will not. That cannot be true, though, as a random thief from Orleans would easily be able to open... That cannot be true, though, as a random thief from Orleans was easily able to open your locks. Well, then he must have been one of the best thieves in Orleans. Let's be serious, Monsieur le Judge. Every lock can be picked with the right talents, even my locks. Alright. Did you tell Hector Vienne how to open them? I understand what you're implying, but consider this. If he sold the secret of my locks, then my business would be over. Word spreads fast among thieves. Do you recognize this map? No, I don't recall ever seeing it before. Ferdinand Salon claims that he gave you this map as advance payment for your services. He claims what? That wicked wretch of a second-rate merchant. He gave me a scrap of paper as payment for making 3 locks and says it's supposed to be worth more than 3,000 francs he owes me. An honest laborer is being judged while frauds remain at large. Silence! So does this map belong to you? It doesn't. So where's the map that you received from Citizen Salon? I lost it, but it wasn't even worth a loaf of bread, so I surely won't shed a tear. But if you have it, maybe you stole it from me. You better make a note that Olivier Mugler demands remuneration from Rude's Rue and Salon. So... Interesting. How much did you charge for your services? 3,000 francs. Tidy sum, that is. If you were a master locksmith, you'd charge that much too. That is quite a substantial fee. Indeed, that's how much it costs to have high-quality locks made by a master with nearly 50 years of experience, and the bastards never paid me a single franc. The victims did not pay you the agreed amount. Not a franc. I'd beat that money right out of them, but I'm too old for that. So people really want acquittal. Let's see. Were you the one who marked the map? I didn't mark anything. The houses of your clients are marked on the map. I don't know who marked them. Maybe you should ask the person who you found the map on. Maybe the court has made the marks so... Maybe the court made the marks and has no memory of doing... What? Oh. Do you not think that there are too many coincidences in your story? You obtain the map, but lose it. Then it is found on the thief who has robbed your clients? I know nothing of coincidences. I only make locks. Did you know Hector Vienne? This is the first time I've heard the name. That is interesting, as you were seen draining several bottles of wine together at Ginger Margot Inn. Is that a crime? No, but the question is, why are you denying it now? Was your drinking spree just a deception for discussing your burglary? Nobody I drink with introduced themselves as Hector. I didn't plan any heist with a Hector, Victor, or Hugo. I'm a locksmith and I earn good money from it. Burglaries are for vagrants without jobs. You were commissioned by the victims to make chest locks. Who installed them? It was me, naturally, and all in agreement with the contract. My job was to prepare and install the locks, and the employer was only to come and see whether the work was completed. And pay, of course. Was the installation carried out at your workshop? No, on site, at the client's property. None of those idlers bothered to deliver the trunks to my workshop, so I had to strain my old legs. Does that mean you knew the addresses of the victims? How else would I get there? Blindfolded and on a wagon? And that's questions. So it seems they really want acquittal, and... I don't know if I'm inclined to agree or not. There's just... I don't know. Because he... God damn it. He doesn't know a Hector. There's a map marked with the... I don't know! I suppose in this case it would be best to go with the jury's verdicts. Because I don't know. Honestly. It's too coincidental, but... it probably wouldn't be wise to go against the jury. The verdict for citizen Olivier Mugler is not guilty. Lead the defendant away. Bravo, Mugler. Away with the bourgeoisie. To be honest, this does bear the marks of social justice. They would not pay him, so he had them robbed. There is balance here. Great. Great. I don't... What does this mean? Yeah, ooh. I think I can check yeah. So, all in all, we got 10 and -8. That's... Reputation is -2. Okay. Well, that's where we're gonna end it, with the case being closed. See you all next time.